So Jen, Jill, and Cori here with you at Dustin's Adventureland. Let me switch the camera so you can all see it. This is really exciting. This is going to be our first AV interview. And I wanted to give Cori and Jill a virtual tour. Many of our members also likely might need a virtual tour. So here's a really cool message board. And you can see that they pretty much built what they intended to build. It's pretty awesome. You guys see the pictures? I'm going to show you around.
Yeah. So did they build it themselves?
They must have had somebody come and build it, but they planned it.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a
here,
good question to ask
That
if
is
they participated.
that is a good question. I know they had volunteer community work days,
Okay.
but probably the bigger stuff they might have had to have contractors do. So you can either ride this if you're a bit older from one side to the other. You can climb up.
Line things.
Yeah, yep. And then see, they also have
Oh my gosh.
that. I don't think I'm too heavy for this. I rode this once to show an autistic kid not be afraid to do it. Are you ready?
Wow.
Awesome. I never make it to the other side, but you can climb up and put your smaller person in this seat so it's safe. And they get to do the same thing.
Wow.
So whether you're in a wheelchair or not, something you can use. Pretty cool, right? The only thing
Cool.
they don't have up is this donut swing. There's a picture of it right somewhere here. This is what it looks like when it's up. Do you see it?
Yeah.
They have a neat cruiser here. And what I love about this place is if you are in a wheelchair, everything is accessible. You can see the wheelchair ramps.
Nice.
Pretty cool, huh? Lots of sensory stuff to do. There's their rocker. I was able to get grandma up here. And then you can sit and just rock on it.
Nice. Wow.
So anyone can use this. It's pretty cool. The roller slide gives a lot of sensory input. I went on it. It's pretty awesome. Sign language. And other sensory noise things. If you're autistic, you're going to love that.
Cool.
And then you can climb up further. There's two really amazing slides that I was not brave enough to ride when I was here with my client. And you can even climb up here. I was also not brave enough to do this, but you can climb up
That's
to
so
the top
cool.
to get to the next slide. In fact, if you want to get to that next slide, that's how you have to do it.
Wow.
Lots of stuff to touch. It's pretty awesome, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. One of the things that I've noticed pushing people around in wheelchairs is that even if there are ramps, sometimes they're too
Small.
steep, too small or too steep.
Oh.
I haven't been losing a picture, have I? Just asking.
Oh no. I think that was the first time.
Okay. What were you going to say, Jill?
Oh, just that I've noticed that too.
Yeah. This is kind of cool because the kids can be on it, but you can have a grown-up in the middle, kind of controlling it to make sure they don't go crazy.
Okay.
Pretty cool. Here are the slides. I mean, swings, yeah, Jen. Swings. Her babies, her siblings, and then they have 4 that anybody can use at our safety. Now, my most favorite thing is this thing. When I was a kid, I used to love to go on the merry-go-round. I love that anybody can use
I
this.
think you're gonna need to stop for a second because we're not like your picture's not keeping up. Oh, there it is.
Okay, sorry. I was gonna say there was the swings, Jen. Swings, not slides. This is my favorite thing. It's a merry-go-round that anybody can ride. You just sit in it, right? So whether you have a kid in a wheelchair or not, you can sit them in it and then spin. Is that not awesome? This is not usually a piece of playground equipment where kids with disabilities can use quite safely. So kids with CP can use this and get lots of sensory input. Pretty
That's
awesome. I love it. That's my favorite. You can learn sign language alphabet if you have extra time. They have the tables and
That are wheelchair accessible too.
yep, you can push them right in here. Pretty neat, huh?
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's hard for my grandmother sitting at a table because she's in a wheelchair. So picnic tables are really difficult for us.
Oh gosh, yeah.
The last thing they have is pretty neat. I can show you. It's at the front of the park. For those who are musical.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
pretty
Oh,
sound.
it sounds so good.
Oh, so neat, eh?
Yeah.
Wow.
So can you imagine just having the idea for a place like this and then making something like this actually happen? The amount of work and time and determination and money you must have had to raise.
Yeah.
That's got to be so much money.
Yep. But they did
Yeah,
it.
getting the land and everything too, and permission from the cities or towns.
I'll be interested to talk to Jeffrey and Amy about how they accomplished all of that. So that maybe other families who live in other places who think they want to get something like this into their community, they can have an idea of how to go about it, you know?
Yep.
Make something like this a reality where they live.
So I actually have seen a couple of them pop up in like different places. Not where I live, but like different places. They're pretty cool.
Cool.
Seems more and more of them, which is good.
You said you saw this one on TikTok?
Yep.
That's cool.
Very cool. Grandma says hello. She's looking at the
Hi to
lesson
Grandma.
pics. All right. Well, you feel that you'll be ready to put some questions in your head and have a good idea of what this place is and
Yeah,
questions you might want to
definitely.
ask. All righty. We'll likely be sharing this on our AV channel. So apologies for Jen not knowing the difference between a slide and a swing. It's Monday, so.
Yeah, Mondays.
All right. Yep. Well, thank you so much for making time. And we will be doing this interview this weekend, hopefully, to get some
Cool.
questions answered.